Typical Thursdays here on the Now Morning Show, and it makes you want to move like our last guest did, well, one of our guests did, as we continue to talk about ways that we can focus on the youth in school. This time around, we're talking specifically about curbing the violence in schools, and to have that conversation, Tyreek Mahabal, the president of the Roxborough Police Youth Club, is joining us on the Now Morning Show. Hi, Tyreek, good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning. I'm so grateful to be here this morning.
An absolute pleasure to have you, because any sort of positive conversation where youth is concerned is one that we need to have. So jumping straight into the discussion, give me a little bit of insight as to how entities like police youth clubs can help curb violence in schools.
Well, I will start off by just saying that the youth clubs is like a second parent to youth in the different communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Example for like myself, the youth club is considered a home away from home. So things that you won't probably learn at home, you will learn at your next home. And it contributes to the development and the understanding and more experience in different activities and areas for youth coming up. Now, the Roxborough Police Youth Club embarked on a project called Project Tomorrow, where we focus on the young men of society, because if we really check over the last years, young men are kind of failing and disappearing and hiding from the responsibilities that men are supposed to take up in the communities, whereby protecting females, protecting the homes, being responsible men for tomorrow. So we focus on young men because we can't wait till it's too late to try to teach certain things. The younger you get to teach it and influence them in that area, the better it will be for the upcoming. So this program we went to different schools in the eastern side of Tobago, Speyside High School, Goodwood Secondary, Roxborough Secondary, and the Roxborough Trade Center. And this program was an absolute success. We're having over 200 young men have different seminars, different lecturers come in and spoke to them about the different responsibilities and duties that men are supposed to take up in this life.
Beautiful. Now, Terry, let's go back a little bit, because what you're describing to me is a unique effort by the youth club itself. But when we talk about youth clubs, persons who may not have had the experience understand the home away from home concept, but don't understand what they necessarily do. Could you describe to me some of the usual happenings within the youth club, activities perhaps on a daily basis or as frequently as one might attend?
All right. So drumming classes, span classes, homework classes.
And all of these are accessible throughout these schools for free, right?
Yeah, all these things are welcome to anyone to just come and participate, just to be involved in something productive.
Beautiful. So these projects and these enhanced endeavors that the specifics of the borough have gone into, Roxborough, Police Youth Club have done, these are now introduced in, you said, the eastern parts of Tobago, and these take shape as seminars and lectures, if you will. Tell me a little bit about the reception. What sort of numbers did we have, and what was the response of the participants to these new activities?
Well, the numbers was like, I think like each school provided like at least 60 young men for the least. And some of the responses that we're getting is that some of the young men, they don't have enough safe space for them to express themselves and things that they are probably going through that they won't discuss at home. So these things tend to play mentally with their minds, and it creates that thought that nobody is on their side. They have nobody in their corner, and that could cause young men to act a certain way.
Right. Now, you mentioned
behave in a type of behavior.
Now, you did say that these projects and these endeavors are resounding successes. How are you measuring that success? We know what the absence of these programs can do, as you rightfully described. what are we seeing in terms of the positives and the changes that measure as success?
Well, I would say, well, over the years, it had many instances where different schools in the Eastern there were the troubles with students misbehaving and going down the bad road, if I would say, and these sort of things. But since that program, we have definitely seen a positive response. In example, for the Roxborough Secondary right now is flying high in terms of positivity. Everything about the Roxborough Secondary right now is positive.
Beautiful. Now, you mentioned before the interview to me that the goal ultimately is to create positive role models, examples of positivity in these spaces. Do we have persons that we can underscore coming through the youth club system specifically that have been demonstrating those sorts of positive changes?
Yeah, we have quite a few in the area, in the Eastern area. Mr. Hazel, example. Mr. Shami Reed. We have Mr. Dazel Hill. We have Miss Ayana Webster-Roy, the MP for Tobago East. All these are persons that came through the youth club and was molded into the success they are today.
Beautiful. So glad you can name names. A lot of the times we talk about these successes, but to see them demonstrated is another. And in terms of how we plan to continue to do that, how we plan to continue to produce persons who are exemplary, tell me a little bit about the future plans, specifically other plans that the Roxborough Youth Club might have coming on stream later this year. Anything you want to share, Tyreek?
Well, the future plan really is to continue to target that young age group so that we could be the first influence in their minds and start the molding at a young age, because we don't want to wait, as I said before, we don't want to wait too late to try to change someone. The more that the more we get at the young age and teach them the right and the wrongs from early, it will be the better for the island and Trinidad and Tobago by extension. Because if we realize what is going on in communities today, there are not enough positive role models and positive influencers, causing the youth to kind of stray on that negative side.
So, Tyreek, tell me something. If I'm looking to have my little niece, nephew, even my little neighbor become a part of the Police Youth Club, how do I do that? Where can we find you? Well,
you can find me right in Roxborough. You could contact me. You could contact the Roxborough Youth Club at 660-6630. They come into the office. They will give you a form. You fill it out, and you're a member. You're a part of the family.
Easy like that. Simple and nice.
Easy like that.
And in terms of the campaigns and other rollouts that we can look forward to in the coming months, days, I know we have the Easter vacation coming up. After that, Java. Are there particular things we can look forward to from Roxborough again?
Yeah, right now we are trying to work hard with our steel orchestra and with our dance and culture group, because normally we used to go on a biannual youth exchange. We are hoping that we can get that back this year. So we are focusing right now on the cultural side to get our groups back up and in top notch to perform in different areas and different parts of the world.
Sounds fantastic. Well, let me wish you the best of luck and continued passion, because we can hear it, we can feel it, and we can see it with the great products coming out of the Roxborough Police Youth Club and others. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Tyreek.
Thank you so much for having me, and you do have a blessed day.
You too as well.